Hey guys, this is Jynnette with Inner Sun Alchemy, here to give you your tarot forecast for the month of September 2017. This is for the sign of Taurus, so if you have a rising sun or moon sign in Taurus, this is for you. But be sure to check your other signs so you can get a full spectrum view of what may be happening for you in the month of September. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and like and share the video. I do appreciate you spreading the word about me and the work that I do. Also, you can check me out on my social media for Facebook and Instagram. I'll be there under Inner Sun Alchemy. And I do daily tarot card pulls, astrology forecasts, spiritual life coaching, all sorts of things. So definitely you can get more than just the monthly readings with me. Also, if you would like to book a personal reading, be sure to check out my website, innersunalchemy.com. It will be in the description below. You can reach out for tarot, astrology, healing work, what have you. I do go pretty in-depth in my tarot readings. They are about an hour and 15 minutes, so no quick fixes here. We're going to go in and we're going to really get messages from Spirit, the angels, the planets, everyone, okay? But without further ado, let's get started on your reading because I know that's why you're here. So your overall energy for the month is the Emperor. So this is a major arcana. I do usually really like this energy because it's really grounded. It represents Aries energy, but I actually see it as the person who has mastered all of the aspects of the King energy. It also can be a tough energy though because it's not really a soft energy. It doesn't really move, like it really is stuck in its own way of being, which, you know, Taurus can be that way. So it really will depend on you how this month is going to be. It will either be a really strong, powerful, forward moving month, or it's going to feel like you're being oppressed. So I don't really get a sense of there being much middle ground with this energy, and it's really just going to depend on what's showing up for you in your life. Now, in your first house, you do have the Four of Swords. Now, the first house has to do with your sense of self and also how you are being perceived or how you show up in the world. So having the Four of Swords here means to me that you may have just come out of a sense of a lot of mental anxiety and worry and, kind of an internal battle of sorts, and you're really in a place of rest. You are clear on who you are. You've won the battle. You are preparing to go out and fight another day. But for now, you're really just chilling with yourself and for yourself, and may not necessarily be engaging as much with others, and people may be perceiving that. Now, in your fourth house, which is the house related to your home, your emotional security, your actual security and stability in the world, and even your family life, you have the Two of Pentacles. Now, I'm not a fan of having this in this house because it speaks to me of instability. Now, that instability may just be you're in between two homes, like maybe you're selling one and you're about to move into another, and it's not like the timing of things is kind of off. So it's like you're worried about, okay, where am I going to live for a week or two or something. It could be as mundane as that, or it could be like, hey, I'm losing my home. I don't know what I'm going to do. Or, since this is Pentacles, this may be related to work. It could be, issues with family. I mean, it definitely feels not settled, which is definitely a juxtaposition to this Four of Swords because at least on the mental level or how you feel about yourself, you're good. It's just maybe the world just outside of you is not quite stable, okay? Now, in your seventh house, which is the house having to deal with all of your relationships, whether it's family, friends, romantic partners, business partners, co-workers, you do have the Nine of Swords. And this is definitely a tough energy because it speaks to worry, anxiety, not being able to sleep at night, things not really being settled here. Now, it's not necessarily in all of your relationships, obviously. It could just be one. But maybe that's why this Two of Pentacles is showing up in your fourth house. Maybe this is a romantic partner, husband or wife, or maybe it is a family member that you're worried about. Maybe someone is sick, or maybe you're dating someone and you're not quite sure about them, so you're kind of worried about it. Should I stay? Should I go? That kind of energy is there. So this can be a tough cycle to break out of, especially for Taurus, because you guys really can get stuck in this place, even more so than Virgo. Virgo at least can pull out of it by doing work. You can as well too, but you tend to stay here longer because your emotional connection tends to keep you there. So I would definitely say work as much as you can. Just stay in routine. Try not to fall into this as best as possible. I know it's going to be hard, but you know, hopefully this is just one area and it's not all areas of life. Okay. Now, in your 10th house, you do have the 8 of Cups. And your 10th house has to deal with your career, your purpose, and also your influence in the world. And this tells me that you are actually considering leaving to move on to something that's going to be more fulfilling for you. So maybe that is what this 2 of Pentacles is. You are thinking about moving on to another job that's going to have better prospects for you, that's going to have possibly a better work-life balance. Maybe that's actually what this is about. Maybe you're looking for something that's going to be a better work environment with your coworkers, because maybe with the 7th house with the 9 of Swords, it's a little too chaotic or too competitive, and it's just not working well with you for your peace of mind and your state of being. Whatever it is, though, you know, there is definitely consideration for that. Now, whether you actually move on or not, that's to be seen, because doesn't really seem to be much stable energy here except for the Emperor. But you're definitely considering that for sure. Now, if it's not in that kind of context, maybe you have an offer coming in and you're considering that, and maybe you're weighing the options of, okay, if I do take this is going to shift my stability for a while, but will it be worth it? And then if I take it, what kind of ramifications is it going to have in my social circle or my industry peers? All right, in the center of your reading, you also have 2 cards. There were several signs this month that got 2 cards in the center of their reading, which is really interesting. I'm actually probably going to write about that, so definitely follow me on Facebook and Instagram, because this may have to do with the timeline split that we're coming up to. But this part of the reading relates to your soul's goal, drive, creative expression for this month. And so you have the 5 of Pentacles and you have the 9 of Pentacles, 2 very distinct energies. So you do have a choice point in terms of how you are going to experience and express yourself this month. You can either sit in the 5 of Pentacles energy, which is an energy of loss, and because it is Pentacles, it does mean material loss, feeling out in the cold. You know, maybe this leaving the job is not because you want to, it's because you have to, or you feel like you're backed into a corner, that kind of energy, and you're just kind of sitting in that. Or you could be sitting in the 9 of Pentacles, which is a card of self-sovereignty and self-sufficiency and abundance. You see all this yellow in the card. It's very bright. And it's, you know, a person here who really is standing in their power. So, you know, you can see this instead of, you know, if this is a situation where you're having to leave, whether you feel it's voluntary or involuntary, know that, you know, you're moving on to something better, or really that this is your state of being, and maybe you've just been stuck in a particular situation with someone or with a job so long that you've forgotten that, and this is that time when you get to remember it. And maybe that actually is what this Emperor card is about, is a call to you to remember the truth of your being and to stay grounded in that, and to really know who you are and really know your power, and to stay tapped into that, and to stay discerning in your mind about how you perceive things. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough month. It seems to be more of a mixed bag, but it really does look like you are in control of the experience you have. You know, we can't control everything that happens around us. We do not have that power. I know it sucks, but we don't have that power. But we do have power over how we experience what does show up. So, you know, take care of yourself as much as you need to. Please do reach out if you do need further spiritual guidance. I would be honored and privileged to help you. And I look forward to seeing you in October, okay? I love you very much. Bye.